Hello there, my name is Captain Cash the Stampede. If this is your very first time interacting with Skull and Bones, you've come to a very helpful video. I'm going to give you some ultra basic tips, things that you may not have noticed in game that'll help you out in your journey through the Indian Ocean. Also, I did want to point out that while all of these are going to be doable in game, the very first one we're going to start with is something that you do outside of the game. And that is to join the Skull and Bones community in the Skull and Bones subreddit. I joined the No Man's Sky subreddit right around the time I got back into No Man's Sky, three and a half years ago, and that was the best idea I could have had. That has enhanced my experience with that game dramatically because I played the game alongside people who had already fallen in love with the game or people who were currently falling in love with the game like myself. That was something that I will never trade, and it's something that I am slowly starting to see over here in the Skull and Bones community. People who are genuinely excited to have you in their community and hope that you have just as much fun with their game as they are. And I am in that camp. When I see people and they're just like, oh man, I love this about the game. I'm so surprised that I ended up liking it. I thought I'd hate it. I'm like, yo, I feel you on that. I was a wild Black Flag supporter, and so much to the fact that I was like, dude, this ain't a pirate game for me. I'm just over this. You guys don't want to give me the game I wanted. But I played this game, and it turned out that I liked it a lot. And hearing that from other people is just something I love to revisit. It will never get old. And that's kind of the essence of what's happening in this community. You also have people who are super supportive. They want to help you get through certain events. They want to help you get certain drops. If there are materials that you aren't able to get, they want to help you with that too. You'll find pirates willing to do fair trades, pirates that'll just straight give you the thing they want. Hell, I even worked with a pirate to give them a very old map. I just got them to help me out with the fort that I wanted to clear. The essence of good business can be all over this game, and it is going to start in the subreddit, in my opinion. And speaking of good business, the next tip is going to be keep an eye out for the yellow magnifying glass. These are pirates who are looking to group up. Now, immediately you're probably going to think, hey, I just want to play this game by myself. I'm not really looking to group up with people and get all chatty. That is not always what that means. Generally, what you're seeing is someone who wants to help you get more materials because when you are in a group, you get more drops. Now, you won't get more weapon drops or furniture drops, but silver, repair kits, materials, anything else that drops in the game, you will find yourself getting extra in it depending on how many people you grouped up with. Now, you will usually see this tactic when someone is farming either world events or world bosses, but you will also see it every now and then when someone is doing a plunder. I want to say maybe 50% of the time when I go over to a plunder, someone does have the join option. I join right in, get myself some extra drops, and then I jump out of the party. Next up is that you can instantly access your sub menu by holding down circle on PlayStation, and I believe it's B on Xbox, and likely whatever button you want it to be on PC. Yeah, all you have to do, hold circle, and it'll pull up the exact same menu you get when you walk over to your first menu. Side note, you can also do this with the helm. You can hold down R1 on PlayStation, and what is it, RB, I believe, on Xbox, and again, whatever you like on PC, and you can just go straight to the helm provided you have unlocked the ability to use the helm in the first place. Next up is going to be for those of you I see being disabled out there in the open seas. This is something that you can fix. Now, your repair kits will not fix this. Not repair kit 1, 2, or 3, or none of the enhanced repair kits. You want restoration kits for this. The restoration kits will not only fix things like flooding and the ablazed or being on fire, this will also straight fix your sails, fix your mast, and get your ship moving almost instantly, which could have helped those of you I saw in the Lestari fight this season just get disabled and sit there and soak up damage you didn't need to. Now, most of you that were in snows, you were probably doing it on purpose just to see how much damage you could actually take. But I saw a lot of brigantines out there who were trying to run for their lives. And yeah, all you had to do is just hit a restoration kit, and then you will peel out of there inside of like a second or two. Now, so far we've talked about the subreddit, we've talked about joining groups, we've talked about the quick access menu, and we've talked about restoration kits. But the final and most basic tip I'm going to have for all of you new captains out there is going to be one that you likely don't want to hear again, because you've probably been hearing it a lot already, and it is to finish the campaign. Look, I get it. These ships that you're seeing out there, they're big, they're beautiful. They are ships that you want to take out into the ocean and sail yourself. And trust me, when you do, you won't want to come back. But the thing about this game is that you need to learn to be a proper pirate, and that is what the campaign is for. You're learning the map, you're learning which resources are what, you're learning where they are, and you're learning how to engage with all this stuff. And I'll tell you another little fun fact, the big ships that you're seeing out there, yeah, they can be built up pretty cool, but we now have an upgrade system that makes the smaller ships almost just as deadly. It's all out there, but you do have to learn the ropes, and that's all in the campaign, so do that. And trust me, once you get invited in for your role as a kingpin, you won't regret the time that you had learning these things, because then you go into a completely different type of mode. You start looking for things called pieces of aid and learning about how to buy some of the best weapons in the game. You learn about factories and essentially, making your own empire through the ways of the black market. There's a lot of this game that just essentially moves into a different gear, and trying to get into gear 5 before you even get into gear 1 really isn't a good idea. So trust me on this. Learn the ropes. Be a scurvy, no good pirate, and learn how to become a proper pirate that we can trust and believe in out there in the Indian Ocean. Because hey, this pirate age ain't gonna save itself. My name has been Captain Cash Stampede. Thanks for coming out, and see you next time.